Dun, 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 dun.
I don't need a lightsaber. I can get him.
What an intense episode last time.
That was something else.
I can fight you behind my back. Cha-cha. So welcome back, guys. Storm here.
Mom here.
Can you hear?
Ow! Don't hold a saber this way. Not cool.
That's not good.
So we are on the second to last episode of the Clone Wars. This one's called Shattered. Might be appropriate. I'm sure it is. I mean, it's gotten so dark. It was hard for us to wait since last episode because it was sad, exciting, intense. The battle between Maul and Ahsoka was just astronomical. Like her, like weaponless, and then last moment able to take his weapons and to suspend him like that with the Force, make him, you know, he was apprehended and. Huge. He didn't want that, of course, but...
Yeah, and he just wanted her to come with him and get Sidious together.
And she agreed to team up with him until Skywalker was mentioned.
Yep.
Yes,
that's when she's like, heck no, I'm not doing that, which I totally don't blame her for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so heartbreaking to know where this is going.
Oh,
and if she had gone through with the plan, I wonder what would have happened. But you can't. I mean, that's her big brother. That's her master. She can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, because in that way, if she did agree to still go with Maul and take out Sidious, I don't see her trying to go after Anakin. But
and what is she going to do when she finds out Sidious is the Chancellor?
Yeah,
it's not going to work.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that could have changed a lot of things, maybe for the better, but that's not the prophecy. It was Anakin down the road.
That's right. He never mentioned. Oh, by the way, he's AKA.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and like that's just so crazy, and just to be this far down the road already. And we were talking last time. We're hoping that, I mean, right now they're mixing in the movies, and yes, they have in the past, but now even more so, where things are intertwined and characters that were created in the Clone Wars are now having positions in the movies. Like, where were they in certain times? So I think they're going to tie all that together, because we heard about Dooku getting killed by Anakin last episode. So where was Ahsoka? She was busy on Mandalore, like taking that back with Bo-Katan, and that was just insane. Like, what a good episode.
Wasn't it
great?
Good,
yes.
Bo-Katan, she had a great fight too with that guy.
She really did.
Yeah. Everything is going to be chaos.
It sure is.
Yeah,
it's going to be really bad.
It's going to be bad. Scary.
Shattered. Like, what does that mean? Like,
in her eyes, through her eyes.
Yeah.
Who? Ahsoka?
Yeah. She's not going to have any inkling about Anakin, but she has that thought. Now, who is she going to go to? Who is she going to try to approach? Obi? Who is she going to go to with this information, what Maul said?
Yeah. With Shattered, I think, as it sounds, broken. You know, I think that she, or maybe the Jedi are going to start dying. Maybe the government's going to start falling even more.
Right. Is she going to go to the council? And what are they going to say to her with this information?
Yeah.
You know?
And maybe Ahsoka will actually see Anakin, and that'll shatter, because... you know, he'll be doing bad things, and she'll see that he's turning to the dark side. Maybe because we only have 2 episodes left, and he already killed Dooku, so he's with the Chancellor. He's the new apprentice, so I don't know. I'm thinking something really bad for the second to last episode, Shattered, that a lot of hell is going to break loose.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I don't want to mention the most likely thing that I'm worried about, but we will see. Shall we watch?
Yes, let's do it. Wow.
7-11 totally feels like the movies. I love it.
Ooh.
I like how it's all red now.
Slow and sad.
Part 3.
You actually
Let's really try to.
I'm impressed.
I've learned from the best, including you.
I wish I was.
I have the council waiting.
And Master Skywalker.
He was at the meeting when I left to get you.
Dread.
I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. The Jedi Council would have to take control of the Senate in order to secure a peaceful
Maybe
transition.
Windu will die in this
To
one.
a dark place, this line of thought will carry us.
I understand your mission was a success.
Yes, I have Maul in custody. I did my duty as a citizen. I was hoping to speak with General Skywalker.
I sent him to inform the Chancellor that General Grievous has indeed been located on Utapau. I'm sorry, citizen. These matters are for the Council to discuss.
Oh.
I understand.
More to say, have you? A message for Skywalker, perhaps?
Uh-huh.
No, Master.
You didn't tell them what Maul said about General Skywalker.
No.
Right.
I thought your sister outlawed such devices.
This is the last one.
Good thing they had it. The music is just so somber.
Yeah. It's like we know the doom is coming.
Yeah. What's he doing?
Look at those eyes. Ooh.
He can
He's
feel
trying
it.
to channel. Everything's red. all the lighting. All the lighting.
Everything is red.
Everything.
Ooh, beware.
You have to do a lot of meditating in there. You're gonna go crazy.
Something on your mind?
As a Jedi.
Sure is.
I've known no other way. It gives us clones all a mixed feeling about the war. Many people wish it never happened.
The Republic couldn't have asked for better soldiers. Nor I, a better friend.
Aw.
Oh, that's true. That's nice.
Might have an update on General Kenobi's efforts.
I'm sure it's more good news.
I really like Rex.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, it's
See
Windu.
him?
That's when he's killing Windu, or he's
Yes.
telling Anakin. She can feel it.
Oh, she knows it.
Execute Order 66.
No.
It.
Lord Sidious.
Yes, Lord Sidious. They're all gonna turn on her.
No.
Look at, oh my god.
I'll do it.
Rex,
Oh,
What's
no.
happening?
Oh,
No. So quick. Don't kill
Lock
him.
yourself in there.
no.
How much ammo?
She's still in the ship somewhere. She's gone.
Oh, yes.
Man.
And they have no
Bad.
idea that they're
You
doing
know
this.
Ahsoka Tano's on board. You've been marked for termination by Order 66. Let's get moving.
They even talk normal. I know it's not them anymore, but they
Mm-hmm.
just lost that much control.
No.
I wonder if they could feel it and they just can't.
You are free.
Oh, this is good.
You survived.
is this your doing?
No, it was not my doing. I
Sidious.
don't know what has occurred.
I don't know why they just suddenly wart themselves.
Brilliant. He turned the Jedi's own army against them. Now, if you will follow my lead,
You don't understand. I'm not here to team up with you.
can't give me a fighting chance.
I'm not rooting for you. Now get going.
I can't wait to see how she gets out of this.
Yeah.
So, we finished our sweep
Oh.
potential level.
Got even with the face paint.
It's got to be an escape pod or something.
Just fast doors.
Why, sure.
I know.
Get out of here! Get out of here! They're all gonna help her. All the droids.
Are you sure you want to help? It could be dangerous.
They're so enthusiastic.
An independent investigation confirmed that the clone trooper CT-5555 experienced a malfunction Malfunction.
R7, bring up that report. It's sealed. Try Anakin's passcode. 8108.
Not sure I believe it myself, but there's a possibility that the inhibitor chips have a purpose.
He just walks right in.
Yeah.
Oh, we take heads off.
Oh, wow.
We're just gonna pull him through.
Oh, right
Oh,
there's.
my. Oh, boy.
Ew, gross.
Arm.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Rex.
Hey, out of the way!
Yeah, she's trying to contain him.
Rex, I think I know what's happening.
Where is she?
I'm right here. Careful!
Okay. Okay.
We have time.
Is she gonna try to extract the chip?
Oh, jeez, huh?
It's very intricate procedure, isn't it?
She just needs one of those
Force it out of his
suction
ear.
things.
Yeah, scary.
How close are
They're
they?
coming.
The Force and the Force is with me. I am one with the Force and the Force is with me.
You found it?
Thank God for technology.
Oh, jeez, oh. Wow.
Oh, he shot them? Does he know now? Did it work?
Rex.
Oh, they did it.
The entire Grand Army of the Republic has been ordered to hunt down and destroy the Jedi Knights.
They're gonna see him as a traitor.
Mhm.
Oh no!
Yeah, because they're programmed.
So
That's it.
sad.
It's solidified.
Wow.
Wow, I really
Yes, you
didn't
got
know how that would happen. I mean, we know Order 66 from the movies, but I was trying to play in my head how they were going to play it off in this series, if that was going to even happen. And
Man,
just
and we
to-
saw it. That's it.
Yes, we did.
I thought we were going to see,
Nice.
like, everyone getting slaughtered again, like Plo Koon
Yeah.
and all the other Jedi we've seen through this series. But we already saw that in the movies, and all of it happens at the same time,
same
right?
time.
So
Right. So we're seeing it through her eyes, to her journey, how she got through it.
That's right.
And she's not out of the woods yet, and we know
Sure
she
did, yes.
survives it, but
I mean, again, if we didn't know she survived up to the Mandalorian
yeah.
series, we
I mean,
would've
they're
been
stuck in this
freaked out.
room right now. Yeah, and
I
they're
would think this
determined
is
to
it.
get to the Jedi. Yeah.
Thank
Man,
goodness
like
they-
seeing Rex struggling.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank goodness they got the chip out of Rex.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
really
happy. I mean,
good.
thank God they have those technologies. I mean, I know they're very advanced, but to have that kind of technology to take out a chip,
And that
because
was
that killed
fast.
Tup.
That was
Yeah.
fast. Yeah, thank goodness.
And that was fast.
Mhm.
And for him, I mean, however you look at it, with Rex, he was so emotional and trying to fight it. That's how strong-willed he
sure.
is. Like, you can't control it. Like, it's embedded into you. No matter how strong-willed you are, you can't fight it. But he fought it a little bit. Like, he was crying and
Yes, he
struggling
did,
at first, and he
yeah.
really was trying to override it. You know, he could tell, didn't know what was going on, but he knew it was wrong. He didn't want to hurt Ahsoka. But
That's
then
right.
when it fully
That's right,
took
yes.
over,
Programming.
yeah, when it
Oh,
fully
yeah.
took over, it was just insane, where he was even talking normal. I know it wasn't him anymore, but I thought it was going to be, even though we saw it in the movies, it's been a while,
Yeah.
but I thought it was going to be more of like just shoot and kill and more basic, where I didn't think they'd have conversation to be like exactly the same person for the most part, and being like, okay, well, you do this, we have to kill anyone who isn't with Order 66, this is what's going
Right.
down.
And they were
Okay, yeah.
justifying it programmably, saying the Jedi was against the Republic. So they were justifying
Yeah,
why they
so
were
how
doing
scary
this.
is that?
Yes.
And again, their emotions are removed. They can't even, like, they're not in control of their bodies anymore. Like, they were programmed to
right.
do this, but just to hear them talking kind of casual about it, like, okay, well, this is what we got to do. We got to kill them. Almost like they were disconnected, which
Oh,
they were.
definitely. They're
And,
programmed.
you know, talking about Ahsoka, like, we have to just kill her now. It was just so
Yeah,
scary
which
to
is
see it
which
like
is
that.
so, and she knew that they were programmed, because here she's bringing in Maul, to the council.
Yes.
I mean, she's doing a great, service to the Republic. She's bringing Maul to the council with them, and yet they just turn and just say, we have to, kill her, execute her.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows instantly that, I'm doing something good for you, for us.
I mean, even if she
Collectively,
didn't do that, like they had face paint on their
Yes!
helmets of her pattern because
How ironic.
of all the
Yes.
things that
How
she's
they-
done for them. Like she's a
they
great
honor
commander,
her.
and they
Yeah,
honor her.
yes.
So even if she didn't bring them all, she
Yes.
knew right away something was wrong.
Yeah.
She goes, something
Definitely.
happened.
And she
even
was
telling the
so
droids
level-headed,
that.
in this crucial moment.
and to take them
She's
all
so
on. And even
good.
Maul was like, "Wow, you survived that." He was even amazed. And
Yeah, it's like
in the
that.
beginning when she was defending herself, I don't know if she killed anyone. It happened so quickly, but she was defending and ricocheting all those bullets off her sabers, but I don't know if it ricocheted back at them. But she really did a great job, like surviving and trying to get out of there.
She
But that
did.
was so
Thank
hard.
God for the droids, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was cool
that's
seeing
right.
them. Absolutely, like they were fun. And R7, I believe we knew him from before,
Yes.
right?
I think he assisted with Fives when he had the chip.
Okay, because
I
I'm
think
like he
so.
sounds so familiar, and just because Ahsoka made a lot of droid friends in the beginning of the show too, so I'm like, okay, well maybe some of
did.
these guys have
Yes,
connections from
okay.
early on. I can't remember, but I love how excited they were to help her out. That was nice to see that.
that's great.
And
very-
that's Ahsoka for you. She always had, friends along the way, allies along the way, and the droids are some of them.
yeah.
Yeah, she's always been so good to everybody.
Yeah.
Usually.
And they are, they have personalities. They are like people in a way. I mean, I know they're droids, but they have good personalities, and they were excited to see Ahsoka, and they were freaked out. Like right when they were turned on, they're like, oh my God, all this is happening. What's going on? And they were just so aware. So it was good that they were just on the same page right away, and how they teamed up with Ahsoka, which would make sense they would do that. But when you're betrayed by these people you trust, all the clones, like it's like a relief to be like, okay, good, the droids are on my side. Like, what else is corrupting?
Thank God.
So that was
Something
cool
is,
that she was able
yeah.
to get help there. So going back to
wow.
Rex, like, I was just like saying how him struggling and trying not to shoot Ahsoka at first, and then at the end when he has the surgery and the clones break through that door and he ends up shooting some of his own, but he knew he had to because he knows where his allegiance lies. But even just saying that, because the other clones aren't in control, but he had to do what he had to do. So it was
Yes.
just so
That's right.
And that even
heartbreaking.
just before that moment, when they glance at him, and then Ahsoka's, fighting the other clones, and for that quick moment, did he get the chip out in time? Did the robot get the chip out in time? And is he going to go after Ahsoka?
yeah.
Behind her back, she's just so focused on the front. And
Wow.
thank God they got it out in time.
Yeah,
So
thank
did you
goodness.
guys think Rex was going to die in this episode?
I didn't think they were going to get the chip out in time, and
Right.
I thought he was going to be, going after her in that room. I knew we all know she's going to escape and she's going to be fine, but I didn't know what her what her plan B was going to be.
Yeah.
And for him to know, like now that it's out in the open, that he's saying to her, no, all the clones are programmed to do
Let's
this.
see. Yeah.
So now he's, saying, no, everybody. So it must have been like Sidious didn't know that it was going to, okay, when you take the chip out after 66, someone can tell you, a clone can tell a Jedi, like he did to her,
That's right.
hey, we all are programmed to do this.
Yeah, it's so scary to
is
just
scary.
hear that,
So-
She knows everything, the poor thing, and
Yeah,
she can't,
boy.
she's just here on survival mode now.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez,
this
that's
was so
sad.
intense. And Mom, just
Yeah.
to ask you too, did you think Rex was going to die? Because you started to answer.
I thought possibly he was going to die. So I don't know.
I really thought he was
Wow.
going to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I thought this was the end for him, and I got really upset. And I'm like, what else can you do? They're going to keep going after you at this point. And,
Well, thank goodness I got
I'm
the
glad he
chip out.
survived. I'm so happy he got
Yes.
the chip out, and he'll be hopefully one of those, I don't want to say lucky survivors, but, I mean, it's terrible with what's going on. And just hearing the narrative when Ahsoka felt with the Force, like all the devastation and the struggle with,
Yes.
man, I hate that scene with Anakin Windu and Sidious at that point, and he's like, help me, he's killing me. I'm not a good impersonator here, but he's just like, help me, I'm weak, and he's just like laying on the windowsill, and Anakin ends up, I believe he hits him or something. Windu ends up going through the window, and he goes, what have I done?
What have I just what did I just do? Yes.
So it's just bad. What have I done? So that was pretty devastating to actually see that or hear that again, like relive that moment, and know where Ahsoka was this whole time.
Me. Yeah,
it was great to actually see that part.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
And she's so in one with the Force that she felt that, and it was just this, heart-wrenching feeling.
Yeah.
That she just didn't even want to talk. And even Rex was saying, are you okay? Do you have something on your mind? But she just felt it. Yeah. And even probably Maul too, because you saw his eyes just really like go back and forth, like, okay, it's happening now.
Yeah. See, the more I think about it, this was well done anyways. I really enjoyed this episode, as sad as it was. Like, just the emotions behind it were very, very emotional, very sad, tragic. And but it was just so different from what I assumed it would be if it happened. And I kind of thought that they would mix in more of the movie scenes with this, like we see Plo Koon and the others that we've seen through the series die, like we did in the movies originally. But I'm glad they didn't go that route, because that already did happen. We already did see that in the movies, so we already know just by hearing certain things through Ahsoka, like just living through it with Ahsoka, like that was a huge impact to see what she went through on her side.
It was. It's even more gratifying to me.
Yeah,
because we're seeing it through her eyes.
Yeah, that's good.
And so many deaths, like millions of people, just
and how much she knew.
Yeah.
At the end, how much she found out in just a small bit of time.
So when she felt Anakin, like, what have I done? I wonder if, like, she can kind of connect it. Maybe not yet, but maybe she can start to feel the deaths surrounding him and what he's been doing.
Yes, and if she can start to connect that the Chancellor is Sidious, you don't know.
Because in that moment, he's like, help me, help me. So she knew that most likely that was the Chancellor, but he was more Sidious at that point. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious. Yeah, I really hope she connects all the dots, but we only have one episode left, guys. I'm so sad. There are a lot of Star Wars series out there, so I think we'll continue the story maybe with the Rebels. I mean, we're going to be watching the Bad Batch after this, and then we'll go into Rebels. And
great.
I hope we do follow some of this, but this is such a good story.
Excuse me, and Rex is with Ahsoka right now, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Good. So, yeah,
I am happy
they've got
about
to team up, and they're smart.
Wow.
They got to get out. Well, we know they get out of there, but it's going to be interesting to see if we're going to still follow her story, or are we going to see something else. Mm-hmm. We only have one little episode left, and it's going to be chock full of info.
Sure
and
is.
a big thing now too is Maul is free, so I mean he took out a lot of soldiers there. Like
he did.
Would.
I know,
but without a lightsaber, we've seen so many other ways of killing people, like how he kills people, and he just is so strong with the Force, and him just using elements around him to slice people in half and strongly pull them into the doors, and brutal, so brutal. But now he's free. And then disappears for a while and ends up in Solo.
That's right. Now I wonder if he's going to team up with her, and maybe he'll be on the other side of that door.
Yeah.
Ever since that door opened last episode with them almost teaming up, I'm kind of like, I want to see that happen. I know it probably wouldn't be good because of the dark and light with the Force, but they're both so strong in their own element that I think it would be kind of cool to see that, because again, Anakin, he's going to the dark side, but I want to say naive, that Ahsoka would stay good, but you just never know. But anyways, I think it would be a cool team up to see that. But
and now she might say, wow, he did have some insight of what's going to happen with the clones. Now she knows for sure, they did turn. Now she's seeing a little bit of what he was talking about. A lot of it, what it's talking about. So, be interesting.
Crazy.
I'm
so baffled by this episode. I mean, again, we were kind of debating if it was going to happen in this series, and now that it has, I'm
I can't believe it.
I won't say speechless because I have been talking a lot, but I am like, I have so many questions and so many things I want to talk about, but I'm just all over the place right now because I'm just in shock. But that was good. I'm so sad about everything happening, and this series was great because we really got to learn so much about the characters to the point where you're just so invested. You truly care about them, and now all hell breaks loose. They're all dead. Most of them are dying, and you just feel every moment. You know, they did a good job with that.
They did, and even going back to when she saw the council when she was bringing Maul in, and even when Windu was telling her, you know, okay, called her a citizen, you know, you can't know any information. That was pretty hurtful to her, I think.
Yeah, and I try to say both sides, but I agree because, like, I understand where Windu's coming from too, because she's kind of dismissing it as well. But I'm like, the council really did her wrong and let, you know, the chancellor be in charge of that, where they had no say. She was going to die. She was sentenced to death. So she left because she was so screwed over and wronged. So I don't blame her for that. So for her to be a little, not snippy, but to come back and be like, as a citizen, not as a Jedi, like that hurt Yoda because he really wants that. And I agree, I get that. But like, she was really wrong to the point of almost dying. And for Windu to kind of, everyone's going to be different about it, but for him to kind of be like, well, it's only for Jedi to know and not civilian. Like he called her civilian. He didn't say it like that much with an attitude, but still, like he called her civilian.
Right, and was he saying it because he was hurt that she didn't want to, you know, be a Jedi again? She didn't want to go that route.
Was,
and she said,
but still, like he was really, she was wrong. Then she almost died for that, and they couldn't do anything about it. So.
And did she say? And did she not tell them about Anakin because of that? You know, little jab there. And we'll never know. And that was the last time she saw him.
Yeah, and even Yoda saying, like, do you have any words for Anakin? I'll talk to him when I see him. Like, will she ever see him again? So I'm wondering if that'll be a thing too. Oh my God, so sad. But
because Yoda knows so much too now that he can't say anything. He's not saying anything.
Yeah.
So it's.
I mean, he knows a lot about, like, he knew a lot of bad was going to happen and stuff.
Yes.
But I don't know if at that moment he knew about Anakin. He knows he had the dark side.
No, he doesn't know about Anakin at the moment, but he does know even stuff he's not even telling the rest of the council, too. So
he's probably on his way soon to, was it Dagobah? Man, this was really good. So I want to say I can't wait for the next episode, but no. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, that's most likely available right now on our Patreon. If you want to check that out, we have videos that come out a week or more early on our Patreon first, and any support you give us there really helps us create more videos for you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Woo! Check out our links below.
Subscribe.